But either way, settle in, feel your hips in the chair. Feel your head over your spine. And maybe give yourself some really gentle neck movement side to side or forward and back, just to find what feels good in your body. And if there are any places that feel like they're a little tense or tight, hang out there for a second. You can put a tiny bit of pressure on your hands. You can give yourself a little neck massage. Just being really gentle with yourself and not expecting too much, not expecting anything really, and trying to just say, how do I feel in my body today? Maybe you give yourself some shoulder rolls up to the ears and back. Exhaling as you let the shoulders down. And then shake out any extra energy, or you can pat or just kind of move the energy through your body so that we find ourselves really ready to be still and really ready to be quiet. And as we feel into the hips, into the feet, anywhere that your body is touching what's beneath you, breathe into any areas that are tight, constricted. And then come to the breath. We'll start with a breathing countdown, just 10 nice breaths. You don't have to change the breath. You don't have to take super extra big breaths. Just noticing the chest rise or the belly rise. And as you exhale, counting down 10, let it be enjoyable, no rush. And as you exhale, counting down 9. And if you lose count, no big deal, start back at 10. And if you're breathing quickly today and you reach 1, that's fine. Start back at 10. And if the counting doesn't work, just focus on the breath. It's just a way to keep our busy mind in the present moment. And then no rush whatsoever. Inhaling and exhaling, no matter what number it is. You can let go of the counting. Come back into the body. And if you have an intention, sankalpa, you'd like to set, we can send those out into the universe. Present tense, as if it's already happened. I am healthy. I am calm. I am in the present moment, or whatever comes to you. Usually the first thing is the best thing, and you can always pick a new one tomorrow. So there's no pressure to have the best intention or the correct intention. And we don't have to hold these too tight. We can hold them loosely, let them go, let the universe help conspire to make it so. And then I'll invite you to join me in some breathing retention exercises, and you can choose how fast or slow this goes. So if the breath hold feels like it's too much, make it shorter. You have the choice to do that. So I invite you to inhale fully, invite the belly to engage the diaphragm to help you out filling the lungs, and then holding the breath at the top. And it doesn't have to be for any specific amount of time until you feel a little bit of air hunger. So not like you're gasping and desperate, but just until you feel that little bit of discomfort, that little bit of, I think I need to breathe out soon. And then hold one more second and then slowly, calmly, gently exhale. And it's really important that that exhale is calm and gentle. That slow exhale stimulates the vagus nerve. And we want to put ourselves into a bit of stress. Breath hold at the top. So inhaling, holding the breath for as long as it feels comfortable. Adding in that good stress, the same stress that happens when we exercise, or if we take a cold shower, or if we're doing intermittent fasting. And then that nice, slow exhale, reminding our body that we're safe. Everything's okay. No big deal. We pushed ourselves a tiny bit and now we're okay. Inhaling normally into the belly, holding the breath at the top. And then exhaling slowly. And we'll do a couple more rounds like that. Seeing how does the retention feel in your body? Can you extend it by a second or two? Do you need to shorten it because you're feeling too much stress? We want just the right amount. Take your time, but on your next inhale, we'll hold the breath as long as possible. And when you're ready, exhale and let the breathing return to normal. Often there's a feeling maybe of tightness in the chest when you're holding the breath, or feelings in the gut and the belly. Sometimes that monkey mind creeps in and says, something terrible is happening. And our goal is just to observe and see, okay, is something terrible happening or can I hold another couple seconds? Don't push yourself too far. When you're ready, take the exhale and then let the breathing return to normal. It's not a contest. It's just a way to observe what's happening in the body physiologically and how we can engage the thinking mind to see what is our limit. Say, okay, that's where I'm at today. Interesting. What a wonderful thing it is to be alive and to be able to do these little mini experiments on ourselves. I invite you to feel once again into your seat, into your feet, into your hands. Where are they resting? And just really visualize the position of your body. Are all parts of the soles of your feet touching the floor equally? And if the answer is no, that's fine. We're just observing. Is there one side that has more pressure than the other? Are your toes spread out or are they close together? Are there any sensations that you feel in the feet, in the ankles? And finally, can you send your breath down into the tips of your toes and allow for a tiny bit more comfort? Any bit of strain or stress, can you imagine blowing the breath into those places and the breath disintegrating the stress. And we'll do a similar observation with the seat, the pelvic floor, the hips. So bringing the attention to your root and feeling what's beneath you. Often we have a subconscious tendency to favor one hip or the other hip. So see, are you balanced or are you favoring one side? And you don't have to change it. It's just for you to notice. What part of your body is touching the ground beneath you? Are there any places where you feel altered sensation or discomfort, something unusual? And can you notice those without judgment? And finally, can you breathe into your hips and allow the breath to be a really relaxing breath? If there are places that you're holding tension or tightness, breathe into those places and see if you can relax them even, 1%, just a little bit, or even acknowledging that they exist. Sometimes we're holding tension and we don't even know about it. We just think it's normal. Let yourself be open. Let your seat be wide. And breathe into the pelvic floor. And we'll gently lessen our focus on the hips. And the third of the three places in the body we're going to put the attention is in the hands. So first, just observe where the hands are in space, whether they're resting on your lap or on the seat beside you. No need to change what you're doing. We're just observing. Are you palm face up today, or are you palm face down? Are the fingers touching one another? Or maybe they're splayed apart, more open. Are there any sensations in your hands? Maybe one side feels different than the other side. That's fine. Are there any places of stiffness or tension or tightness? And can we soften them? Can we allow them to soften? We don't have to do anything. We can simply breathe into the hands. Maybe you want to do an exercise where you breathe into each one of the fingers, breathing into the thumbs, breathing into the index fingers, breathing into the middle fingers, breathing into the ring fingers, and breathing into the pinky fingers. Letting both hands be really soft, open, gentle. And then breathing into the palms of the hands. You can visualize light or an energy that is in the palms that we're holding. So what does this look like? Is it a feeling? Is it a color? And can you make it grow? Can you cultivate a really positive emotion that goes with this energy, with this light? So joy or excitement, happiness. See if you can cultivate it and embody it. So what happens to your face when you're feeling this emotion? What happens to your heart? What happens in your belly? When you feel this way, maybe there are certain people in your life that you associate with this emotion or who always bring out the best in you. Maybe you can bring them to mind and share some of this energy, some of this positivity with them. And visualize their face. How do they look? What might you be doing together if you both feel really lovely? And then sometimes there's a place in our body that doesn't feel great. So even if our mind is in a good place, our mindset is positive, we're feeling calm, we might still have some tension, some stress, some pain, some discomfort. If there's a place in your body that isn't feeling its best today, can you send some of this light, some of this energy into that spot and just hold it and tell it it's okay. I'm not looking to ignore you. I'm not looking to replace you or, it's okay that you feel this way. I'm just going to surround you in good vibes and see what that feels like in your body. What does it feel like to allow change rather than to force it or dictate it? Things unfurl in their own time. Sometimes that's right on schedule and exactly what we expected. And other times the timeline is really different from what we want or what we expect or from what we see someone else's timeline is. And it's that discrepancy between what we think should happen and what's actually happened. That's where the discomfort lies. And so in meditation, we are seeking to let go of our expectations so that we can stay here in the present. We can put our observation hat on and take off our expectation hat. Much easier said than done. And I'll invite you to join me in one last breathing exercise for this session. So first, come to rest in the breath. Find out where the breath is. Take a deep inhale into the belly. Let the belly rise. And then exhale out the mouth, either through pursed lips or through your teeth, like a shh, shh. Once you're completely empty, slowly inhale. And the goal is to make these exhales as prolonged, as long, as extended as feels good in your body. Maybe you recruit your diaphragm to help, pulling the belly button towards the spine to get that last little bit of breath out. But don't cause more stress in your body. Keep it gentle, keep it easy. We'll do a few more rounds of these. And then take your time, there's no rush. Inhaling fully and exhaling through the teeth or through pursed lips all the way out. Slowly letting the breath return to normal, in and out through the nose where you can. Maybe doing a little body scan to see how do you feel now. And then if you set an intention in the beginning of our time together, you can call it back to mind, thanking it for showing up for you today. And if you like, choosing one very, very, very small thing that you can do on the journey to embodying that characteristic or that thing that you want to call more into your life. And then you can bring some gentle movement into your body, into your hands, maybe pointing and flexing the feet or slowly moving the shoulders or twisting the torso, whatever would feel good to help you come back from a place of stillness into the busy world. And if you like, if your eyes are closed, you can rub the hands together and place the palms over the eyes, blinking them open so that the light comes in gently. Maybe give yourself a little temple massage, whatever feels good around the eyes, around the head, around the jaw.